Subscribe and hit the bell icon to never miss another update from India Forums.
उनकी जो पॉलिटिकल आइडियोलॉजी है, उनकी जो रिलीजियस आइडियोलॉजी है, मेरे से 180 डिग्री है. All of that is her personal opinion. We want to show the world that we live in a democracy where my voice is heard, but even her voice is heard. Women today are pulling women down, and especially on a reality show. He used to pull my leg. He used to tease me. He used to have that khatta meeta nok joke. If I would get angry, he would manao me. Now these are the things I've not really experienced after I transitioned.
Saisha Shinde recently got evicted from the show Lock Up and got into a candid chat with us about her journey and more. Let's hear what she has to share. So, Saisha, how has life after Lock Up been for you?
Life has been weird because getting back to normal, which is now this, because for a long time, for 28 days, that was normal for me.
Right.
So to now get back to this as being normal is very strange. I've actually spent most of my time with my mom because obviously it was not an easy eviction for me. It was very negative and I wanted to spend as much time with my loved ones. So yeah, I've been with my mom, my cats, and my office, my team.
Talking about your eviction from the show, it was definitely one of the most shocking eviction of the season. How shocking was it for you personally?
The eviction definitely was a very big shock for me simply because I was not expecting to get evicted that day because my charge sheet pe bhi nahi thi. I was not on the charge sheet. I knew that Kangna was going to be angry because of the behavior that me and KV and a few others did the night before. But I didn't realize she's going to be so angry. And I also didn't realize that I would get this angry and my reactions would be the way they were. So yes, it was shocking in two ways. One, that I got evicted, and two, that my reaction was the way it was. I was not expecting that from myself either.
पायल ने भी कंगना के साथ बदतमीजी की थी, but she was not evicted. ऐसे में do you think your eviction and Kangna's reaction was unfair?
मैंने कल या परसों की बात है कि मंदाना also did something really disrespectful to Karan, who's the jailer of the show, और उनको भी वापस लाया गया शो में. And पायल का तो आपने देखा ही है, you've seen that she is being disrespectful more than once, but they've not been evicted. So these questions did come to my mind, but I'm not going to compare myself to them. And by that logic, I'm not expecting the decision that was being made to be compared to them as well. Do I think it's unfair? Yes. It's the format of the show, right? It's unpredictable, and that's the whole idea of the show.
You were very offended when KV used the pronoun he for you. Tell us about the entire incident.
So obviously, I'm in the one and I probably around 1.5 year in my transition, and I haven't fully transitioned. So obviously, there are going to be chances that I look masculine at certain times, or I'm not feminine enough, or what the definition of feminine enough is by society. So it's but natural that pronouns get confused, and I'm not expecting for people to get my pronouns instantly. Having said that, KV was someone who I was close with in the show, which is why when he said it, I didn't take it too hard because I know it was just by mistake. But when people like Payal think that I use my trans card, situations like these then make me wonder what happened with KV. Situations like those make me wonder, then should I even speak about it? Because if I'm going to speak about it, I'm going to be told that I'm using my trans card, which is extremely sad because Payal is someone who was educated about transgenders from me. She didn't even know what it stands for, what the problems are, what a trans woman is. And for a person who's completely unaware of what a trans woman is to say that I'm using a trans card is quite sad. It's a bit depressing that women today are pulling women down, and especially on a reality show. It's very sad.
Saisha, on national television, we saw how even after your transition, people somehow use the wrong pronoun. ये तो national TV पर हुआ. Off screen जब ऐसे incidents होते हैं, how do you tackle them?
मैं ऑफ स्क्रीन भी उसी तरीके से टैकल करती हूँ जैसे मैंने शो में टैकल किया है. The one thing that I'm very proud of is that I have been genuine from day one. Whether it was my love, whether it was my jokes, whether it was my love for Munna, whether it was the fights, whether it was the fight with Kangna, everything was real. I can't pretend to be something I'm not. So the way you saw me react when my pronouns were not used right, that's how I react in real life as well. The way you saw that I didn't give any importance to Nisha when she started talking about the cause is what I would be in real life as well. Because I don't want someone else trying to use this as a platform to show that, oh, see, I believe in these causes and see, this is what I do not want that. We don't want charity. We as a community do not want tokenism. We do not want any of that. We just want that you look at us like you look at everyone else.
After all this, do you think being a part of Lock Up was the right decision? Which reality show will you want to be a part of in future?
I definitely think that this was one of the best decisions I've made since I became Saisha, since I transitioned, because I learned a lot about myself. I also learned that it's okay to express when you like someone, because as a trans woman, I always felt a little hesitation if I liked someone, what the guy is going to react like, whether it's going to be positive, whether it's going to be negative. Through the show, at least I have that sense of validation that you know what, you can express and that's fine. As far as any other reality shows, well, I've been a big fan of Big Boss, so let's hope that that comes one day.
You've often said that Munawar made you feel like a 19-year-old. Tell us about your bond with him.
So Munna was the first contestant I met on the show. He was the first contestant who was lying on the freaking table, and उस दिन से ही मेरा connection बन गया था. But जैसे जैसे दिन आगे गए, I know as days were going by, he used to pull my leg. He used to tease me. He used to have that khatta meeta nok joke. If I would get angry, he would manao me. Oh, these are the things I've not really experienced after I transitioned, and these are the things that you obviously do when you're a teenager. And I mean, you can't expect this from a 40-year-old. But for me, technically, I am 1 year old as Saisha, and that I experienced that via him was and is and shall forever will be very special, and that's why Munna is very special.
वेल मजाक में तो आप कई बार मुनावर और अंजलि को छेड़ती नजर आई हैं, बट कभी ये बातें या उनकी क्लोजनेस आपको हर्ट हुई?
बिल्कुल नहीं, because I know first and foremost I'm very secure as a woman myself. I know who I am and what I put on the table. Secondly, Anjali is like my child. She is like my daughter. Her mother is actually of my age. तो मुझे मैंने उस नज़र से इन दोनों को कभी देखा नहीं, because I know that they are platonic friends, and this is also a very good example for the world out there that a girl and a boy can be affectionate to each other and can be just good friends. It's very simple.
आपके हिसाब से कौन होगा शो का विनर?
I hope Kangna ji sees this and puts me back on the show. Then I hope I am the winner of the show. लेकिन currently जो सबका favorite है वही मेरा favorite है. ना.
Nisha was a good friend of yours initially, लेकिन बाद में आप दोनों की बॉन्ड में दरार आती नजर आई. What do you have to say on this?
निशा के साथ तीसरे हफ्ते के बाद इश्यूज होने लगे, बिकॉज मुझे ऐसे लगा कि बेनकाब जोन में जाने के बाद जब वो रिटर्न आई, उनका बर्ताव चेंज हो गया था. सडनली देयर वाज जस्ट एक्सट्रीम्स इन इमोशंस, वेदर शी इज एंग्री, वेदर शी इज पिस्ड ऑफ, वेदर शी इज क्रैंकी, एवरीथिंग वाज एक्सट्रीम. और सुबह सुबह झगड़े, सुबह सुबह किचकिच, सुबह सुबह क्या क्या, was something that was bothering me. And of course, that whole trans angle, it completely turned me off. Actually, जिस दिन मैं evict हुई, उसी के first night before that is when Munna told me about it. And that पायल ने ऐसी चीज बोली और निशा ने completely ignore कर दिया was a bit of a shock for me. And since then it changed.
नेशनल टेलीविजन पर आपके शो लॉकअप में कई कंट्रोवर्शियल मुद्दे उठते नजर आए. फिर चाहे वो अली मर्चेंट और मंदाना वाली फाइट हो या आपका और केवी का मैटर, डू यू थिंक ऐसे में बाहर आने के बाद इसका आप पर कोई असर पड़ेगा?
I think if you are extremely strong in your conviction and who you are, nothing really can affect you. As you can see, even after my altercation with Kangna, there was a lot of negative bashing, a lot of positive bashing. But life has to go on, and my life has to go on. तो जो मुद्दे शो पे उठे जाते हैं, you have to understand the makers are going to show what you give them. You don't give them what you want them to not see, they will not show them. तो जितने contestants हैं वो वही दिखा रहे हैं जो उनको दिखाना है.
कंगना की अपने आप में काफी कंट्रोवर्शियल छवि रही है. Some hate her, some absolutely love her. Which side are you on?
Okay, so I have, as Kangna has also mentioned, and I've also mentioned, even the wall behind you can see, we've given clothes to Kangna a lot of times, whether it's red carpets, whether it's appearances, movie songs. तो एक प्रोफेशनल रिलेशनशिप थी और वो हमेशा रहेगी. मैं एक सिंपल चीज़ बताती हूँ. मेरी माँ की रिलीजियस आइडियोलॉजी, उनकी पॉलिटिकल आइडियोलॉजी, स्पिरिचुअल आइडियोलॉजी मेरे से 180 डिग्री है. But I still love my mom, right? वैसे ही मेरा कंगना के साथ है. उनकी जो पॉलिटिकल आइडियोलॉजी है, उनकी जो रिलीजियस आइडियोलॉजी है, all of that is her personal opinion, and that has nothing to do with what I think of her as a human being. She is at the end of it a woman who's very opinionated. We need women like that in our country because we want to show the world that we live in a democracy where my voice is heard, but even her voice is heard.
If given a chance, will you re-enter the show?
Without a doubt, I will re-enter the show because I am missing Munna and Anjali a lot, especially Munna. But मुझे लगता है कि जिस तरीके से मेरा elimination हुआ वो बहुत negatively हुआ, and that's not the kind of person I am. So I would definitely want to go back in, and if at all I get evicted, get out the right way.
Lastly, what message will you like to give to everyone pouring in love for you?
It's been very overwhelming. Like honestly speaking, जब से मैं transition की हूँ तब से मुझे प्यार मिल रहा है और अभी lockup के बाद everyone, literally everyone has just been showing so much love and support, and I did not expect this, India. I did not expect this, so thank you. Hi, this is Saisha Shinde and you're watching me on India Forums.
We hope that you guys enjoyed this chat with Saisha. If you did, do comment and tell us. Anshul Chaudhary, camera person Babaji, India Forums, Mumbai.